Hey guys, Jared with Tier 1. We're out here in Wyoming shooting with Costa Ludus in his intermediate to long range scoped carbine course. So spent the first day getting everyone zeroed, running a little bit closer targets, and now we're on the long range with targets from 100 to 1,000 yards. So right now we're just confirming our dope up out to 500 and leaving 500 and beyond kind of a mystery for people to figure out. So should be fun. Check it out.
Inside of your lines, your hold lines, because when we run competitions, you don't want to be the guy when I go 200, 500.
All right, so right now what we're doing, we just barely got dope. Everyone was dialing and getting like a super good solid dope from 100 to 500. And now we're going through and confirming that dope in the reticle. So just holding instead of dialing in our turrets. So we're gonna go and see what they're doing with that.
Gotta make sure.
Impact, right shoulder.
Alright, on target.
Hold point 4 left. That's good.
Right shoulder.
Elevation's good, dude. Like an inch left.
To the right.
I want to send another one just to make sure.
That's 2
Hold
MOA.
0.3.
Okay.
All right, yeah, no, it is. So let's go to 4.
The one that's out there, and then
The one on the left.
Got it.
175.
Good.
That was clean.
Yeah.
Nice. That's with the LWRC?
Yep.
Very nice.
1 and 7 twist barrel. It's a 14-inch barrel pin brake, and I'm running Frontier. It's made by Hornady, and it's just 62 grain. It's not a match grade round. You can definitely tell. Big difference in quality ammo versus not quality ammo.
Yep. All right, I guess it's my turn. So I'm running my MCX. One of the shortest guns here. It's doing all right though. I just had some good hits at 500. Okay. But this kind of mountainous valley that we're in has some pretty odd wind conditions. They change constantly, so you gotta be watching the sagebrush in front of you, watching the sagebrush on target. But I've got the Gen 2 Razor, but then I just have my holds written down for my reticle. But it's been pretty effective.
I could. And then what I do is I take it and I hold it dead center at 200 and I fire. And I know I'm going to be there, right? Headshot might have to favor a little bit high to get that shot. 300, I could hold dead center, and I'm probably going to be where? Down right towards the bottom area, depending upon whether you're running suppressed, what barrel length, bullet speed, grain of ammunition you're running as well. Well, the 400, when we start to get into the
Josiah, what do you think of the class so far?
So far, a lot of new, gosh dang, learning how to sit has been one of the more difficult things to do, but we've learned a lot of different strategies to kind of get that under control, breath, trigger control. A lot of the prone stuff, pushing out to 500 with a 14.5 has been a little challenging, but learning that dope information and getting good wind calls from the team has been really great.
He says it's challenging. I've been shooting 11.5. But yeah, sitting was a position that killed me on that competition yesterday. better range drawing. It doesn't want to focus on it.
Wiggles.
It's that ugly. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Like a closer one, you'll see. Yeah.
As long as you can get someone else on target by looking at your drawing, it's good enough. There's mine. So I get height and width of target, the milling equation, targets numbered, a little legend saying what the markings mean, and then I got to mill the targets and write down the yardages. But we can't tell anyone. So we got, I think target number 1 is right here somewhere. Then we got one, the farthest one is right there. One more right here in this little saddle. And don't focus on my finger. And then one up by that tree. So we're going to be milling all those targets and then firing. We'll making the shots on our estimated yardages and see who gets closest.
Bottom of the rock face.
Bottom of the rock face, okay. So that's the farthest one.
I hit it.
You did?
Yeah, but they shot right.
Oh, yeah, okay. So that's a hit. There it is. So that's a hit on the farthest target, so that means your dope was on.
Yeah,
it's an accurate range call.
Alright, I'm gonna have him do it first since you're just under it. So send it.
So what one now?
The next to the tree.
Over here.
Okay.
I saw the trace, but
The reason why I put it in
There it is.
you have to call it now because you get what? You can't see the gold because your round went over and it's in the gold. So sometimes you get
There we go. So that's the second farthest.
So ridge line.
All right, that one's one of the closer ones.
okay, perfect. We're good. We're not going to step on one another.
How's it hit?
Here, and there's a target up here. What target this is? The one next to the little Christmas tree. You can't see it down below on the other side of the tree. That's gonna let you know you're almost to the end of the shooting.
Okay, so we just wrapped up a 3-day, I want to say rifle, but it's what's the course called?
It's a intermediate carbine, more of a recce gun course.
Okay.
So combination.
LRSA have it, right? So anyway, so guys running LPVOs, maybe with an offset red dot or irons or something like that. So we're engaging targets. I mean, anywhere from
700-ish.
yeah, well, out to we went out to 700, and then into close like 25 yards and stuff like that. So super interesting to figure out how everything works and what you would prefer to swap over to, and then also just the overall capability of a single platform for that kind of fill in the gap of the go-to that will solve the most array of problems, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's overall what we're looking at is one gun that if you had to go internal with it, you could. If you have to go external with it, you can. And like you said, we're banging targets on average from 730 and in with let's just say a 14.5, something that you can manage even with a can on it. And therein lies the art and people trying to figure out what's going to work best for them.
Yeah, there was actually quite a few 14.5 inch ARs out there. So. I think a lot of guys were really surprised at the capabilities that they have. They also learned how to use your reticle to mill, gauge distances. I thought that was really cool. It's like you said in the class, it's kind of a dying art, is understanding how to range your targets using the reticle and stuff, because everyone has all the fancy high-tech gear now that makes it easy, but if you didn't have that, could you figure it out? So that was super valuable. Also, something that's really awesome is we're here in Wyoming. This is his premier Wyoming training.
Yeah.
So during the summer months, you can come out here, and this is different than any training I've ever been to, in that you come here, you stay. Right now we're at Cabin Creek, so you stay with all the students here, and everyone gets together, sits, has drinks, talks. They have catered food, which is amazing. Maggie does an incredible job, better than any restaurant you're going to find within probably a couple 100 miles or more.
Yeah, there's a reason why they fly her out to Vegas and private things.
Yeah, so and that's the food was included in the class. So you get a little bit more camaraderie and personal time with an instructor, and I think a lot of people who may follow an instructor on social media or read up on them, and they're like, hey, I want to go train with this guy, but people also want to get to know them a little bit more than just on the range, because during the range you're in a class, it's a more structured environment, you don't have time to get into those personal conversations. So I think it's really cool that you take time to like actually get to know people and have real world conversations that involve anything and everything. So you kind of get to know everybody in the class a lot better. It's not show up at the range, you know, do the training, and then everyone breaks ways and goes off to their hotel. So it's definitely a bigger and better experience than a lot of typical trainings that are out there. So my helicopter's coming to pick me up though, so.
Yeah, it's like he's gonna go now. He's gonna go spy rig out.
So anyway, CostaLudus.com is where they can jump on and book a class. So I would 100% recommend any of your classes, but obviously I'm a fan of the Wyoming class because it's really close and the whole experience is super awesome. So
No, we appreciate that, and we appreciate your support. So thank you guys.
cool. Thanks for watching.